What sets Stantec apart is seeing what's not there.
My legacy isn't concrete and steel. It's literally the communities that are impacted by the decisions I made.
We are unique in terms of our strength locally.
It allows us to really push the envelope.
And the way we actually do bring in our global expertise.
I have never come across a problem that I haven't been able to find an expert to solve.
We pull out people from all over the world that are experts in that field.
I needed an expert in bat migration. Guess what? We've got a person for that.
It's about helping the community.
When you bring great people together to solve wicked problems, the results exceed all expectations.
To make people's lives better is the ultimate satisfaction.
I still wake up every day like, this is my life. They're gonna ship me back soon. My name is Olivia Kohanek. I'm a elite civil engineer at Stantec working on the HART project. The HART project stands for Honolulu Authority for Rapid Transportation. It's a mega infrastructure project for the island of Oahu. The overall project is roughly 21 miles and 21 stations. My role doing construction management, overseeing utility relocations. It's not the most glamorous work. A lot of it is underground water lines or electrical duct banks or sewers, stuff that not everyone thinks about, but it actually is very crucial and vital to a community. Previously, I had worked in a design role. When you're working on a design, you have all of the background information that you think is accurate, but for utilities, especially in Hawaii, a lot of the utilities were not documented 100 years ago when they were installed, so we had working with really old plans. Part of our project is installing a new traffic signal system along a state highway, and this has actually been one of the biggest challenges for our contractor on this job. There are a lot of abandoned and unforeseen utilities on this state highway. We have a path, and a lot of times that path is not viable. A big part of construction management is lessons learned. Knowing how we solve a problem and then try to be 1, 2, or 3 steps ahead and plan so that we don't run into the same issue down the road. And I think what I've learned is having empathy for all of the different stakeholders, not just utility companies, but the community, the people that live in the area, being able to put yourself in those people's shoes, have empathy for what's important to them, having their access to their water or their power or their air conditioning in their home. That's something that we can't take lightly when we're doing our job. Looking at construction management with a human perspective is the only way that you're going to get it done. I think overall, being in a CM role has really expanded my vision and my understanding of construction projects. How do we get from the initial planning process, the technical design, and then the implementation? Making that transition from design to construction management, it really was a new ballgame. And then coming to Hawaii in the Honolulu office, I never had this sense of being an outsider. I was a Stantec person, and I was one of the team immediately, so that made the transition very smooth.
What sets Stantec apart is seeing what's not there.
My legacy isn't concrete and steel. It's literally the communities that are impacted by the decisions I made.
We are unique in terms of our strength locally.
It allows us to really push the envelope.
And the way we actually do bring in our global expertise.
I have never come across a problem that I haven't been able to find an expert to solve.
We pull out people from all over the world that are experts in that field.
I needed an expert in bat migration. Guess what? We've got a person for that.
It's about helping the community.
When you bring great people together to solve wicked problems, the results exceed all expectations.
to make people's lives better is the ultimate satisfaction.
The Point Loma wastewater treatment plant, located at the end of the Point Loma Peninsula, it's an advanced primary treatment facility, and the Clean Water Act requires that wastewater treatment facilities provides up to secondary treatment.
The requirements to protect the ocean have gotten stronger. And so we had to address either upgrading Point Loma or other options. And I am proud of the city in regards to the fact that they were innovative in identifying a different solution.
The City of San Diego's Pure Water San Diego Potable Reuse Program is the largest infrastructure program the City of San Diego has had.
The Pure Water program is a multi-year phased program to try to offload wastewater from the Point Loma wastewater treatment plant. And the idea was to do this in phases, primarily because of the design of the system and also trying to spread out the impacts to the community and build a certain amount of capacity at one point in time and then another level of capacity at another point in time.
Construction for the first phase of Pure Water San Diego is over 70% complete. And the facility where we're standing today, which is the North City Pure Water Facility, is over 80% complete. We anticipate commissioning for our program will start later this year with our first water delivered to Miramar Reservoir in 2026.
This is ultimately where the water will be delivered that we're taking and purifying with the Pure Water program. So it's water that otherwise would have been discharged in the ocean as wastewater. We have diverted that flow, taken it through multiple advanced treatment steps. It's purer, cleaner than river water, cleaner than lake water. We deliver it ultimately back into this reservoir here for storage, and then it crosses the street to the Miramar Water Treatment Plant where it's treated again before being distributed to the public in the city of San Diego.
In addition to the traditional treatment steps of membrane filtration, reverse osmosis, and ultraviolet light with advanced oxidation, we have added ozone and biologically active carbon filtration to the influent side of the treatment tray. The city has a long history of producing recycled water, tertiary treated wastewater to use for irrigation and industrial uses. Pure Water represents an evolution of that to where we have the treatment technologies and the analytical capacity to prove that we are producing a high quality, safe, cost-effective source of water for San Diego's use.
Stantec's helped us with the Pure Water program, and they've been amazing, not only navigating the development of Pure Water Phase 1, the program, but also the design process, getting into construction.
Stantec was engaged early in the program to help with the conceptual design, the regulatory support, different elements, to put together the preliminary design and ultimately lay out what the program looked like with the city.
Stantec's really kind of set a standard, a really high bar within our department and what we look for with our other partners too.
Our program team really, in conjunction with the city staff, really serves as that center point of coordination between those contracts.
The city hasn't done a project like this. So having resources to ask, is this normal, or what could we do? What research have you seen? It's great to have that expertise that Stantec provides us. It's been a great partnership, and we're fortunate here at the City of San Diego to have them on board.
It's important to note that there's no new water on the planet. So all the water that we have is recycled.
85% of our drinking water supply is currently on average imported. By 2035, we're projected to provide 50% of the City of San Diego's drinking water supply through the Pure Water program.
Being able to successfully deliver a potable reuse program like San Diego helps be a harbinger and an example of what we can do throughout the nation and the world.
Having a drought-proof, sustainable, locally controlled drinking water supply that's going to really serve San Diegans for generations to come is just really special.
What sets Stantec apart is seeing what's not there.
My legacy isn't concrete and steel. It's literally the communities that are impacted by the decisions I made.
We are unique in terms of our strength locally.
It allows us to really push the envelope.
And the way we actually do bring in our global expertise.
I have never come across a problem that I haven't been able to find an expert to solve.
We pull out people from all over the world that are experts in that field.
I needed an expert in bat migration. Guess what? We've got a person for that.
It's about helping the community.
When you bring great people together to solve wicked problems, the results exceed all expectations.
To make people's lives better is the ultimate satisfaction.
There's a major freeway here on Oahu that connects the west side to the east side, and it is at max capacity. In some locations, it's as many as 8 or 10 lanes across.
As I'm driving out to my office, I would see all of those cars, the headlights, and then the same thing happens going back, returning home.
I think we've always had dense traffic. We're an island in the middle of the ocean, and so the roadways are somewhat limited in that regard. This is a project whose time has come. In fact, quite honestly, it should have come some time ago.
The project that we are constructing here in Honolulu, the 20-mile system that goes all the way from the west side of the island to the east side.
In its entirety, it's 20 miles. 21 stations.
This is an all-electric system, and it's driverless as well.
This has a goal of alleviating the congestion and also offers a solution for reducing carbon emissions.
We are making history. Nothing this large has ever been done. So Stantec is our construction, engineering, and inspection consultant, and was very instrumental in helping us open that first segment.
Last July, we opened up segment 1. That was 10 miles of guideway and 9 stations. And then segment 2 is going to be operational next year. The biggest challenge with this project is the fact that it's a mega project, right? It's $10 billion, but we're in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
That challenge lends itself to challenges with logistics, be it resources, be it materials.
So it becomes a lot of planning where, it's going to take 9 months, 12 months to get the materials here. But everything was built at the precast yard. The precast yard itself is a mega project in a mega project. It's a 34-acre site. We had 2,700 individual segments, 210 spans. We had a full-time inspector out there every day of the week managing 300 workers. It really required a lot of attention to detail. Because of the aging infrastructure, 50, 75 years old. It's also an infrastructure improvement project.
We're doing utility relocations in the magnitude of $1 billion, whether it's underground utilities, overground utilities, high power, high voltage.
It is critical infrastructure. You can't just shut off a water line for days on end. You can't just turn off a building's power to do a reconnection.
But we try to make sure with our PI team, with the Stantec team, our contractor team, meet with the businesses out there to see how can we minimize the adverse effects on them.
If you live in a community and there's construction going on, you know what that impact is. Our goal and what we've really strived to do with HART is minimize that impact.
Right now we're doing utility relocations in the downtown and Dillingham area. Stantec is our eyes and ears out there in the field.
It takes a lot of stakeholder coordination. We had up to 40 additional stakeholders that we had to coordinate with between Department of Health, Department of Transportation, Highways Division, Airport Division, Army Corps of Engineers.
I feel really good about the players that have come together, and everybody's been able to work together. They get, I think, more than anything, the sense of responsibility we've all had in trying to make this a reality, a successful reality. Hawaii is, in my opinion, the most beautiful place on the planet. We're already surrounded by all this incredible beauty.
It's like a very environmentally sensitive state, one of the most environmentally sensitive states in the U.S. So, having to coordinate with all the different third parties for environmental coordination, coordinating the guideway construction over 4 sensitive waterways. We have our environmental compliance documents, but our programmatic agreement, our environmental impact statements. So it's making sure that those commitments that we've made to the community are getting incorporated into design plans.
If you had to build something like this that some people might think would be invasive, this is aesthetically pleasing and it's respectful.
So we tried to make sure we were sensitive to the Hawaiian culture and incorporate what the community wanted in each station.
Each station has the history of the local area, and then even the columns have the aesthetic formwork. So as you're driving past or walking past the stations, you know, the columns tell the story as you're walking by.
It's a work of art.
The Hua Station, Lagoon Drive, it's absolutely beautiful. You know, the design of the station tells the mo'oelo, the stories, legend of the Battle of the Owls. And so the station is designed like an owl.
One of the things we wanted to do was, here's a beautiful program, first of its kind in Hawaii, and we wanted to make sure that the resources that live here had an opportunity to work on.
We've hired 30% local firms, which is well above the 13% federal regulations. So we're committed to providing our local firms ability to learn as well on this project.
Our relationship with HART has really thrived throughout this long period of time for a couple of reasons. The first reason would be a commitment. So I am probably one of the longest tenured individuals on the project. I started in 2013, and that commitment from our Cedar leadership to maintain consistent leadership on our side of it, but also to maintain that connection with HART senior leadership at the CEO level to make sure that their expectations and their goals are being focused on by all of the entire team.
I'm a very difficult leader to work for, especially if you're a consultant. You can ask Brian and Scott. They will get emails, texts, or phone calls from me, and I am thoroughly impressed with those two gentlemen. Immediate response. And it's not just the responsiveness, it's the response itself. For example, the original design of the columns going down in the downtown areas, the Stantec team was able to optimize the column locations and saved HART and the taxpayers tens of millions of dollars.
Relationships are absolutely vital. You have to have that trust. And that's what we've developed over the past 9 years with HART, is that we have developed that trust and collaboration where we can help them out. And that's what made us successful for this program.
We just awarded the City Center Guideway Station contract, and Stantec is very instrumental in the negotiations with the contractor, how we put that package together. We are making history with this project, and just a great partnership with Stantec to make sure we're just going to continue to stay on time and on budget.
It's not been an easy road, but that's okay, because what it's accomplished for this island, what it's accomplished for the residents of Hawaii, the visitors to Hawaii, really highlights what every project should be like if you really want to see something that changes the world.
It is the first of its kind, an autonomous system, all electric, in the United States, on an island in the middle of the ocean, against the odds. Producing that, building that, is very exciting for anybody who likes to build things and be a part of the future.
Now I'm very proud to be working on this project and making a change for the taxpayers, for the community, giving another option, a transportation option.